Alrighty, so we have Data Zahard, or just Zahard is what everybody calls him. He is a very interesting character. He is the one that everybody is kind of calling lackluster, like the worst out of the three, which is interesting because he looked so good in the PvE or PvP showcase that they did on the live stream. But we're going to talk about the character for just a second, and then we'll hop in. There will be timestamps below if you just want to skip to the PvP and everything. But I don't have any of his paid costumes right now, so we're just going to be doing it as sort of like free-to-play-ish as we can. Obviously, my account is not free-to-play, but just take into consideration that he could be better with the outfits and stuff. I did get lucky today, and we do have his Holy Relic. I would have had to wait till tomorrow if I didn't get lucky, so that's great, since I didn't end up going to the 900 for the extra box or whatever. But we do have his Holy Relic now, which is removes all debuffs from the hero whenever Mark of Stability, Power of Shinsu, and King's Decision effect is removed, and we'll talk about that in a second. So basically, for the first 3 turns, every time he cycles his passive, he's basically going to cleanse, which is kind of nice. So his passive is quite a bit. Basically, the idea here is that you start with the Mark of Stability buff, which is going to give you 30% less damage taken, which is great for the first turn. And even if you go second, it's on the start of the battle, so whenever it comes back to your turn, you'll already be moving on to Power of Shinsu, and you'll have that for 1 turn as well. Power of Shinsu is HP can't fall below 1, so you have immortality, as well as ignores the target's resistance, crit resistance and crit defense when using single target skills. So our single targets will be hitting a bit harder there, and then after that one is removed, we get the King's Decision buff for 5 turns. In addition, the hero's basic stats increase by 7% for each unknown ally in the battle, so we'll be getting 21% basic stats at the beginning, and then depending on if people die or whatever. But yeah, 21% extra stats, which is pretty good. King's Decision is the big one, where increases crit damage by 1% for every 1% of HP diminished. So every percent of HP we have less of, we do more damage with the crits. Increases crit chance by 100% when using all target skills. Increases damage dealt by skill rank. So the higher our card levels are, the more damage they're going to deal. And if we use the AoE, which is the ideal scenario, you're going to have 100% extra chance to crit. So that is pretty cool. He has a single target light spear card, which is 3 times pierce rate, and it just does 40% extra damage when using a skill. So that's cool. And then his AoE is a spike card, so 2 times crit damage. And so with that, with the crit chance that you get, he should be doing some pretty good stuff. So he has a Sever AoE ultimate that increases his crit damage. I did get him 2/6, so it does 70 instead of 50, I think. And he gains immortality for 1 turn after using it. So that's quite a lot. It's not always necessarily like the longer the passive, the better the unit or anything, because he is a bit specific. All of his passive buffs that he gets are blue, which means that they can be removed. There are a couple of buff removal characters and stuff in the meta more recently, so we might have to worry about that. I've seen people talk about the fact that if you use Estarossa commandment on Meliodas, you can potentially just, have him remove his own buffs and stuff, which is an interesting thought, but realistically, nobody really does that kind of thing. Like, they just run either, Sariel Link for more damage or Tarmiel Link like this guy to make sure that he can live longer. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not 100% sure. I do want to make my own mind up. I don't really want to just, call him bad because everybody else is calling him bad. I definitely want to give him a try, and I'm going to buy his costumes regardless because he is a collab character. So we'll see how it goes. I do actually really like this collab costume right here, the Knight one, and this is the 60 gems one. Like, this is the SSR one that you can buy in-game without spending real money. So honestly, pretty cool. So might as well just go for the rank up on him, and then we can use our single target here. Obviously, tier is lowered, so I guess we'll just do this and see how much damage we can get off on the melee. I'm honestly not 100% sure if it's going to be like insane crazy. It is only turn 2. He was crit chance lowered, so that was, to be expected. Here's the single target. Okay, 181 is not bad. I actually don't think that was too bad at all. We do have immortality with this buff on right here, so that is good. He does now have extra defense-related stats because of the orbs that he gets there, so that is going to be a little bit unfortunate, but you know, that is just the price we pay for having tier on the team. I really like, more recently, staying away from debuff characters when going against melees, because realistically, I'm going to fight melee almost 100% of the time, which is kind of annoying, but not much I can do about that. So, he is getting all creation here, killing tier off, which is, I don't know if that's necessarily the worst thing for us. I think it's actually maybe okay. We only have a level 2 here, so notably with his King's passive, wherever it is, okay, God, I'm going to have to look through this thing really quick. We do 60% extra damage with this thing, so I think we're going to go... Ooh, Merlin is pretty low as well. Let's go for this, and then unfortunately melee is going to cleanse this off. I could have pushed for his ultimate, but I really just want to get card space. So, boom. Single target did not crit there, not the greatest damage I've ever seen. Spike damage. Yeah, I was kind of expecting more from that. I'm not gonna lie. I figured that was gonna be a lot better. Yeah, laugh it up. It is what it is. We do pull an extra rank up and some extra cards for him, which is kind of nice. I do really like his field presence. Like, he has these really cool effects and stuff on the field, which is awesome. But, you know, that's not really going to matter if he's not really pulling his weight. I do think that the fact that most unknown characters are, like, boosting teammate stats and stuff like that, you know, he's a bit selfish. He's only really boosting himself, which is a bit unfortunate. He's literally not worried about me at all, so he's just killing off the rest of my team, which, I guess, to be honest, it's pretty understandable at this point, so... yeah, I mean, we'll throw this out. We'll see how much it does. It is the single target, whereas we need to be using AoEs now, but level 1 AoEs realistically are not going to do that well. So, it is what it is. We will move on. See if we can get maybe a better game. I don't know. I wanted to use Albedo, but I figured for the initial showcase with like the sort of like no costumes, free-to-play-esque sort of thing going for us, I typically try to use Evasion Food, and I didn't want to use a different collabs character because it's a bit more inaccessible, just in case you're trying to recreate the team I'm using, which I don't know that this is the best team to be using, to be honest with you. I know that this is the team that they used in the initial showcase, which is kind of why I wanted to use it. I figure that this is probably, you know, the best scenario for actually trying to get his big damage off and everything, but there are a lot better, like, boosters and stuff, so we could maybe just rely on trying to merge for better cards with him, and then potentially just use like Freyr or somebody to increase like the single target damage. I think it's single target damage. And I think Freyr boosts stats with the Holy Relic and stuff, which could be much more beneficial. Like, I know that higher tier cards are like, you know, really nice to have and all, but I don't know. We'll maybe mess around with that in a different video. I'm just kind of interested to try him out at the very least right now. That damage reduction that we had was not doing a lot there, so that is a bit unfortunate. He doesn't crit chance lower us, which is good. So let's go for... I don't know that we're going to be able to kill Melee off. It may be better to try to kill Estarossa here, but I have Immortality with him for this turn. Oh, actually, I'm going to remove it from myself because, no, he's... Estarossa's on the... Or, Demon King's on the field, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, not the craziest damage I've ever seen there. If I could have got that rank up, that would have been really nice, because this would have been a level 3 now. We might just go ahead and swap this team up a little bit in the initial showcase, because I'll be honest, this is, pretty lackluster. And, you know, Gother is pretty old. He is bogging down our CC a little bit, which, I mean, the lower CC is fine for this showcase in general, just because I don't have his costumes. I'm trying to kind of go second anyway, but he's also extremely squishy, and that is not really what you want. So let's go for this, and then, oh, I forgot, I don't have 3 cards to use. All right, well, how much is this going to do? Okay, I mean, it's not too bad. I really should have used a better card. Well, I think he was above 50% anyway, so. Oh well. Let's swap to Freyr, actually. I know you're going to have his Holy Relic for the most use out of him, but I kind of want to see what we can do without the rank up. Alright, we have another demon team here. We do go second. Is this the same guy? I don't remember, actually. I wasn't paying attention too much to the names or anything. We pull an extra Freyr card here, which is a stance cancel, which is a bit unfortunate, because the stance cancel one's really not the one that you want. But Freyr's Cleave card can do some really nice damage here, which then again, we did get a little bit unlucky with the last match, because he did get triple AoE turn 1, which... it happens. It's a bit unfortunate, but that is like the worst case scenario because he gets a lot of orbs and stuff really quickly. So baited there. He does infect us, which is understandable. It didn't do a lot of damage. I think the basic stats from Freyr are definitely going to help out a lot. So there is some pretty good damage on the board there. We now need to use our single target cards if possible. He only has... one orb on, so it's not a whole lot of defense related. Let's see this. Ooh, okay, Freyr doing some good damage there. How much is this going to do? 210. Okay, that's a lot better. That was a crit, but with Freyr on the field, his Holy Relic, I can't remember if it's for himself or not. We'll check whenever it comes to our next turn, but I'm pretty sure all allies do 15% extra single target damage, because it's 5% per applicable ally, which is Unknowns and Ragnaroks, I'm pretty sure. So let me check that just to make sure it's not him specifically, but I do know that he's giving us basic stats, which is nice as well. We'll be able to use the AoE here. Oh, okay. He removed... Did he remove our buff there, yeah? We still have it, though. Did he not remove it? I actually don't know. The Holy Relic, though, is... yeah, 5% damage dealt with single targets. Yeah, and basic stats. Okay, so it is for teammates. So let's go for this, into this, into this. These are level 1s. I could have merged, but with, you know, Demon King having a damage cap. Okay, 180. Not too bad for a level 1. And then we kill with here. Okay, maybe should have just double attacked with him instead. But... this was better. I mean, the match was completely different because he didn't have triple AoE or anything as well, so take that with a grain of salt. But that's definitely a bit better. We'll stick with this for another turn. All right, we have a triple AoE Merlin in the front team, which is pretty debuff heavy. I really wish I was running like Scotty at this point. Scotty would be really nice against melees, to be honest, because they're either always running like... well, I guess you do fight a lot of demon teams, so it's kind of hard to like guarantee it, but if they have Bond or Merlin on the field, or God forbid both of them like this, that is just a ton of debuffs that you have ready for, you know, Scotty to eat those up. So we do put debuffs on. I don't think Melee's the best target here, so let's maybe try to kill... does he have Tarmia Link on his? Okay, yeah, so Melee's definitely pretty much out of the question here. Maybe we try to kill Bon here. So let's single target, AoE, and then single target. We'll see how that goes. So here is his. Okay, 212, not bad. That was a... or 112, sorry. That was a crit. Kill off the Bon. I kind of hope this goes for Merlin. It does not. Unfortunate. We would have had type advantage on the Merlin, but... ooh, Freyr! I don't use Freyr in PvP, like, often at all. But, gotta say, the man is... he can hit some numbers, actually, so... he used the AoE last turn, so I'm really hoping he doesn't have a second AoE. But, more than likely, he probably does. So, here's this. He does attack Seal Freyr, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, using the Tornado there. I think it would have been better for him to use Tornado last attack. Single? Nope. AoE. Okay, we live. He can't actually die that turn, so that worked out really, really nicely. He still has 3 stacks on, unfortunately. And my crit chance is lowered as well. I'm going to merge these anyway because we can get our ultimate with it. Let's move this, use this, move this. Actually, that was probably a worse call. Let's see how much this does. Okay. Hey, that was something. We were low health. He did hit us with the AoE, and we lived. So that was... I think that's a really big reason why we killed there. Okay, alright, I'm kind of seeing it a little bit. Like, he's not... You know, those first 2 matches were pretty bad, I'll be honest. But when he works, it's really cool. So that he has that... He's got the cool factor down 100%. He's got the drippiest outfits out of the whole group. And, you know, when he works, I kind of like it. Let's do one more with this team, I guess. Alright, we have a kind of normal Sins team here, and he's not got very high CC. Okay, really nice level 2 card there. I think we just try to get some damage out on Melee here. Turn 1, I'm going to avoid using his cards, because this is the best chance we have to get damage out on Melee before he inevitably cleanses these crit resistance lowers that Tyr puts on. So we're just going to try to get as much out on him as we can. He's going to cleanse those off, gain a lot of defense-related stats, and then we can try to do some big damage in the next turn. So, okay, we actually really luckily merged into a stance cancel here. So I can get rid of the Diane, see how much damage we maybe deal onto the Melee. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a waste using the single target on Melee, but I do kind of... He's like the most relevant character, so I kind of want to see what kind of numbers we can put up on him. So let's stance cancel that. Let's use the level 2 on him, and then I think I might even just hit a level 1 on Deanne just to get some extra damage out. So just to see how kind of much damage we can do here. So level 2, 3 orbs. 210 with 3 orbs is actually pretty good. I think that that's really nice. Level 1 here. Okay, 85k, not as good, of course. He gets some really nice merges there, but this, well, depending on how much damage he does to me. Okay, crit chance lower. Luckily, because we have that passive, we'll actually get 100% crit chance back, and he's making it to where our crit damages were going to be really high because of the damage that he's dealing. So that actually would have killed me too, and it cleansed it off, so now I don't have the crit chance lower, and I'm good to go. So this should be a really good chunk of damage. Obviously, in an ideal... This isn't going to kill, and I'm going to disable myself. In an ideal scenario, they would not attack you so much. I shouldn't have been so confident, I guess. Definitely should have used the Freyr card instead. Okay, we live, so that's good. Tyr might still be able to do some decent damage. He is dead, though. Goodbye. So no ultimate, which he was disabled anyway, so it wasn't going to be the craziest thing you'd ever seen. He does heal back quite a bit from the... Let's get Freyr's ultimate, I guess, and then get some damage out on the bond. Okay, pretty good damage there. I'm actually really disappointed by that card not doing that much. Dude, Freyr actually is showing his strengths here, which is good, I guess. Has 4 ultimate move gauge, can definitely drain me there, so that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, throws up a really big stance. I do still have a stance removal. Doesn't target me, because I'm pretty sure this was a bot anyway, so we can just go for this. Maybe type advantage, and then I think Freyr's still probably going to do the most damage here, so we're going to stance cancel. Use the big 6/6 ultimate on the type advantage unit, which she's really tanky. This might not kill. Okay, it kills, and then boom. She's dead. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna buy one more ticket. It might be a little out of the ordinary for us to do 6 matches. Well, I think we actually did 6 matches for Yuri on her initial showcase as well, just because I had an extra ticket already on the account. But I like this setup a bit. I'm just a little underwhelmed with the, that team's pretty tanky though, I don't know. Maybe I'm just coping. Alright, we have a Merlin set up. He does go first, so he's going to do triple AoE turn 1. We get extra level 1s here. Unfortunately, there's not really a way for me to keep these for a level 3. That would be really nice. But we'll see who... I should have been looking already, but I'll check who had the Tarmiel link on, and then we'll maybe do an informed decision on who to fight turn 1 here for us, or I guess is it turn 2? I guess maybe, because they have a turn and we have a turn, but I don't know if you would consider a turn to be their turn and my turn together, and that's 1 turn. I don't know. I assume it would be like that, because that's the way final bosses are calculated, everything, and like knighthood bosses and stuff. Like you do yours and theirs, and then that's 1 turn. But that's neither here nor there. So Tarmiel Link is on Big Man over here. So let's go for... I kind of just want to go single targets on him. We'll see if that can kill. Because the single target damage that we have is pretty good because of Freyr. The orbs are kind of screwing me a bit here, but... Ooh, okay. Almost 300k. I'm pretty happy with that. 110 on the level 1. I can't be killed here. So if he does... Okay. I'm kind of glad I did queue in for a last one. I almost want to run another one just because that one was so fast, but we're champ 1 now, so I might kind of take it easy on the ungeared this week. We'll maybe do a little bit more geared PvP with him, and then I think tomorrow's showcases should be the 17 mil box stuff on Gon's account. So he's definitely hit or miss. Definitely not very consistent as a unit, which is really what you look for. I think in a really good unit, you want consistency. I think he looks fantastic. I think he's awesome. He's a really cool character. I love the chain thing that he's got going, like chain tattoo thing on his face. That's really cool. His holy relic looks awesome. The orbs and stuff he has on the field are really cool. Can't knock the drip on the man. He's fantastic. He looks awesome. He's got some really cool outfits as well. But none of that really has anything to do with how he performs. And it's honestly, it's not bad. Maybe I can come up with some more interesting setups and everything. Like Gother would be nice because you can do extra damage with his his skill ranks and stuff like that. But I think just being able to maybe just deal consistent damage is better than just trying to go for like one really big hit, because that's going to be a lot less likely. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on him. I'm sure some of you guys have maybe tested him out by this time, and if you like him, if you don't like him, let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any cool teams you want me to use with him or whatever, feel free to suggest those. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you tomorrow.